sorry it's taken so long to get back out to you a little late. As you can tell, we've had a lot of people that we've gotten together and began just discussing other elements of this tragedy so we can move forward. First of all, our hearts go out to all of the families, the fans, those that were injured today. We are still working on some of those issues as well, as you can imagine. Let me give a couple other comments. The NTSB is taking over the site, the investigation, and the release of specific numbers in different categories. I will say that we had a total of 54 that were engaged that have injuries. They've all been transported. The hospitals are providing some information as they see fit. But of those numbers, those are just the ones that are injured and were transported. We do not have a final count as far as the number of deceased. And the NTSB has, as I said, they've taken it over, and they will be releasing those numbers as they have them, along with the medical examiner. There are some that have been deceased. Some people's status has changed from the time they left the field. I do want to clear up one thing that I misspoke, and Jimmy Leeward would be really mad at me. He was only 74. All of his medical records and everything were up to date, spot on, and Jimmy was a very experienced and talented and qualified pilot. The family process is still moving along, and I'm not certain if they will hold a public memorial. I'm speaking as best I can for knowing the grief that they're going through and knowing them personally, that they will probably not want it very public. They're going to want to come to some personal closure with their friends and other folks. So timing and where, I'm not positive is what's going to take place. We are working on getting together a more public memorial that is actually the Air Races doing that. We are all devastated by this tragedy, and we are doing everything we can to move along and communicate and work with the folks that are directly and adversely affected by this. That's about all I've got for you right now. I wish I could tell you more. I don't know a whole lot more. I will take some questions if you like.
How many are in critical condition?
I don't have that specific number.
How many confirmed casualties?
I don't have that specific number that I'm allowed to release.
Was the plane flying too close to spectators?
No, the plane was flying on its course. Speculation has gone on a number of different areas as to what took place. Different people see different things, but there appeared to be some air flight problem with the aircraft that caused it to go out of control, and we all know what the end result was on that.
Sir Kelly Smith from CNN, what does this mean for the Air Races this year and years to come?
This year, our board is all in 100% concurrence that in spite of the family's wishes that we continue with the event for this weekend, we are going to choose to close it.
And then in years to come, what do you think?
We're going to take one day at a time.
When you say the NTSB will remain here at the scene, does that mean that it's going to be closed? Will this be closed to all air traffic for the foreseeable future?
The airport is closed to all air traffic. We're hopeful to have some information regarding outbound traffic by tomorrow morning. There are a lot of aircraft that are here that would like to leave, I've no doubt, especially since the event is canceled. So they are going to remain on site until they finish their work. They are very thorough, and they're going to work at their schedule.
Any idea how long? A week? Days?
It really depends. I couldn't speak for how long and how fast they're going to work. They're just going to do their job and finish it. They do have someone coming in from Washington who's a board member, and their team then will lead the communications process as well as the investigative process.
Do you believe this was a mechanical issue?
That's what I'm hearing. The best knowledge that We haven't had a chance to look at or see any photographs in order to begin analyzing it. The NTSB is going to capture anything that we've got access to specifically try and identify it. What I'm telling you is what hearsay has flown forward.
Mike, this isn't the first deadly crash at the air races. How was the response tailored to today, knowing that you guys have been there before?
We've had every incident is different. What we try and do each year is to go through a mass casualty exercise as an organization. We do that every 2 years, and we set up different scenarios that we work on those processes from the standpoint of everything that we should have done after the incident took place. Washoe County, Reno, the entire community came together and did a job in the most professional way possible. If you look at the timing numbers, it was incredible. In 62 minutes from the time the incident took place, it was secure. That's remarkable when you look at the level of the mass casualty.
Has the body of the pilot been recovered, removed from the scene?
I don't have that information yet, and his wife's asking me the same thing.
We noticed about 45 minutes after this that a lot of planes in this were headed south. Is that coincidental, or were planes being told to go someplace else, or do you know anything about that?
Any planes that were scheduled to come into here that were going to come in are always rerouted, and they were rerouted probably to Reno Tahoe.
Is this the first time a crash has involved spectators?
Yes, it is.
Can you clarify where exactly the plane hit? What part of the grandstand?
It was not in the grandstands. It was on the tarmac, where the area where we have box seats, a little bit east of center.
Going forward, do you have any idea whether people will remain seated there, or is that something you'll look at in the coming year?
That's way too far in advance for us to look at.
Are you talking to the pilots that were also in this heat that maybe were behind, ahead? Are they adding any insight to what went on?
We haven't gotten any feedback from them as yet, but we are having a meeting with the individual race classes tomorrow to discuss a number of these types of issues.
Can you talk about what kind of guy Jimmy was and what he meant to the air racing community?
He was a close personal friend. Well liked. Jimmy was Jimmy. Great guy, great family man. Very active in aviation. A member of the board of Experimental Aircraft Association. Did a lot of stunt flying for movies.
Had he ever been an airline pilot or a military pilot?
I'm not sure of his military background. He was not a commercial pilot.
And he's flown in the races before. You know how many years or anything like
Since
that?
75 was his first race.
What about
Describe the plane more, what it looked like.
Just take a look at the program. That it is a P-51 base. It's flown here a number of times in the past. They prepared the airplane to bring it back this year.
Do you have an estimate of how many spectators were here today?
You know, I apologize. I haven't gotten that number at all. I haven't had a chance to recap those numbers. It was a very good Friday.
How many can it hold and how many typically are here?
In the grandstands, we can hold 10,000 in our permanent grandstands, another 10,000 in the temporary grandstands, 300 to 400 down in the box seat area, and then numerous counts for 2 miles along the show site. We have the capability of holding 60 to 75,000 people here.
Mike, we know some families are scrambling that knew they had family here at the races. Anyone been reported missing? A chance that 54 could go up?
We've gotten some calls from people around the world. I mean, this is an international event. And we want to provide the best possible contact information so we can give them information about people that they're looking for. Washoe County Emergency Operations Center is establishing a phone number, and I'm kind of hoping that somebody whispers it in my ear very shortly, and we will ask you to please pass that number out in all your reports so that they have a central point now that they can call in that's manned by professionals that are equipped to gather the information and then disseminate the information and work through the emergency process.
Mr. Houghton?
Yes.
Was the pilot's family here today, and did they witness the crash?
Yes, sir.
They did. How many members of the family were here?
I'm not sure how many were here. Jimmy's got a pretty good sized family.
Mike, this is a dangerous sport. These planes fly at high speed. Can you talk about the acceptance of the risk that the pilots take when they get in these planes and fly every year?
Every race pilot understands the risks. They are perhaps the best pilots in the entire world. Most of them are very skilled and very experienced at doing this. If you take aviation, in flying an airplane, there are certain risks just in taking off and landing. And when you add the other dimension of racing, it's a fast sport. It's not unlike Indianapolis or NASCAR.
I'm trying to understand how so many people got injured, having not seen the crash myself. Did the plane continue to move along after it hit? Do you understand?
I don't know, and I haven't heard that. You can just imagine something as it impacts, it's going to scatter. And this is an open seating area that has convention-type piping drape. The boxes will hold up to 15 people in each box, and it's fairly dense.
Have you heard from anyone that he tried to avoid hitting the spectators at the end?
I've heard that, but I haven't seen anything to confirm that. If it was in Jimmy's power, he would have done everything he possibly could.
What was his safety record? Did he have a clear safety record?
Here we go. We'll just take it firsthand. The number for the families to call is
211.
locally. How about from out of state? Okay.
Mr. Houghton,
So 211 locally is the local number to call. That'll go right into the emergency center.
what was his safety record? Are you aware of his record as a pilot and his health?
Tip-top health. His medical records were all in order. All of his medical certificates to fly were in order. I don't recall any incident involving Jimmy.
We've heard some speculation that this could be the last air races, given that any changes to the insurance policy, I guess. Do you have any comment to that?
I really don't. It's too soon. It's speculation at this point.
The memorial tomorrow is not public.
I think on behalf of the family that would be best, and I'm not sure if their timing is it would change or not.
Is ending the air races something that the board will consider, though, in light of this accident today?
Just as everything that we do, we look at it from A to Z. We've got an incredible board that looks at all the options, and it's not just us. There's a rather large race community, and we will talk to the race classes and the pilots, and we'll evaluate what we do tomorrow.
How much money do these air races bring in for our local economy every year?
The local economy is between $85 million for the week. So it's a significant contribution to our local community.
Is the normal flight path over this seating area?
No, there is absolutely no flight path that goes anywhere near the crowd.
Okay, so the plane veered off course then after it lost control and then ended
That's
up-
what I've been told, yes. Anything else, guys?
Did you witness the crash yourself, Mr. Houghton?
I did not. I was doing something that I had to do, which is paperwork.
And do you know his age, the pilot's age? We've heard 74.
Jimmy was 74,
74.
yes.
When will you do another press meeting?
Another press conference? Another
Tomorrow
meeting?
morning?
Or is that NTSB?
Let me see, counsel. It's going to be driven off of the NTSB. Once we get some counsel from them as far as what is our latitude and what they wish us to do, we'll be in a better position, and our PR folks will get a press release out to inform you on that.
Now, are they here already, the NTSB?
They're on site anyway.
Okay.
We had a three-man team here, or a three-person team, and the actual lead representative from the NTSB is dispatched from Washington whenever there is an incident that involves them.
So more are coming? in addition
There's
to-
definitely one we know of.
Okay, and so they'll be here, that person will be here tomorrow?
They will be here tomorrow on site.
Mike, what about how 6 jets were not able to fly this week because of a modified engine? Any reason to believe that something was wrong with Jimmy's plane?
No, again, speculation, McKinsey, and that is that something went wrong with his airplane. The two incidents are totally separate. The other was a proactive process that we went through that we weren't comfortable with, and we wanted to err on the side of safety. So we did ground that particular group of aircraft.
For those of us who aren't pilots, what do pilots have to go through to make sure they're still fit to fly? Is there like a regular?
They go through an annual medical from a flight surgeon, and that's a certified flight surgeon, not just your family doctor.
Okay.
Okay. Any more? Where's Valerie? You can post that on the website, can't you? For the press, in the press section. We'll post it on the website, and those of you that we have email contact with, will do that.
So are you thinking tonight, tomorrow?
I'm real tired. No, I don't think we're going to have any more information for you tonight. And I would say that the earliest it would be midday tomorrow. We've got some more information to try and gather in the morning. Okay. Thank you all very much for your patience. I do appreciate it. And again, our heartfelt and warmest condolences go out to those that are deceased, and our best wishes to those that are injured and are in the hospital. We want them to have a speedy recovery.
The 972-6663 number, is that other number you gave us, should we keep giving that out or not?
You know what, why don't we hold off on that number for the short term? Hopefully we can get another number. If you're hanging around here, we will put that number out here on the microphone. Valerie will post it on our website, so as we get it, we'll put it on the website so you get it quickly. Okay?
Governor Sandoval, message to Nevadans. This is a tragedy for our community.
Thank you, and first I want to thank Mike for his leadership tonight and today. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the victims and their families. This has been a horrific accident. We also have to let Nevadans know and let the nation know about the quality of the emergency personnel that have been involved today. It was a flawless reaction to what happened. The fire personnel, the air race personnel, the law enforcement, everybody from a county and local level came together and did everything they needed to do. One thing I want to compliment the spectators. I'm told there were over 100 spectators that had medical training that came out to assist the victims, and I think that speaks very well of our community. There is a call for blood donations, so if there are people that want to contribute to this, that they go to the United Blood Services and donate blood tomorrow, and I would encourage everyone to do so. But this is tough for Northern Nevada. We've had two incredible tragedies in the last 2 weeks. We have a lot of heroes here standing behind us in the way that they've reacted to this. They've been trained, and they had that training, and today it paid off. So all I can say is for Nevadans and those who are watching, please think of the victims and their families first. They need your thoughts and prayers. And thereafter, the emergency personnel are going to continue to be working extremely hard. I did have an opportunity to visit the site, and it is horrific. And it's a very difficult time for everybody, but we do have great leaders here. We have Mayor Cashel, who is here. We have the chiefs of our fire departments and our law enforcement agencies. And the state is here as well, and I've offered to the mayor and all the personnel here all the assets and resources of the state, be it the National Guard or the Department of Public Safety, as well as our fire protection services. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor. So if we don't have anything else, guys, why don't we call it a night?
Are you going to let us stay on the property tonight?
Sure. I will provide you with a bit of caution. It is an NTSB accident site, and if anyone does violate the sanctity of that, you will be put in jail.
How close?
Yeah, I would stay, if you're going to stay around, I'd stay down at this end and not even drift through the pits or head down to that area.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.